Hey there, filthy animals. Mr. Dirty back with another episode of the GTM show. Today we're going to be checking out a local establishment that's recently popped up in my neighborhood, Wellington, Florida. This place is called Beauty and the Beef, spelled with 4 E's. I thought this was just like a gourmet burger place, so like the new hipster place to go. Turns out they don't just have burgers there, they also have poutine. So today we're going to be checking out one of my favorite kinds of poutine. It's one that they're calling the beef. And the other poutine places that we used to have around here, they used to have a beef version of their poutine also with like ground beef, the gravy, the cheese curds, and they usually called it the Dalton. So here it's just called the beef, but it's pretty much the same thing. Same setup. Fries, curds, gravy, ground beef, I'm assuming. It just says certified Angus beef, so I'm assuming it's ground up. Comes in various sizes. There's a small one, there's a regular one, and we got the regular, and it's in this bag here. We're going to split this open and see exactly how they package it. I can feel already that it's in some sort of like a aluminum tray maybe with a plastic top. It's definitely not, as you saw, in any kind of Chinese takeout container like you've seen in some other poutine places. Before we do so, though, if we hop over to their website and get a little description going on, the most loved of all comfort food, poutine, served with B&B, that's for Beauty and the Beef, cheese curds, light brown gravy, and our Idaho russet fresh cut potatoes. There's several different kinds here. There's the Poutine Wellington. I guess that's for our neighborhood here. Smoked bacon, red pepper, sauteed mushrooms, sauteed onions. Poutine Colossus has got barbecued pulled pork braised for 12 hours and fried onions there. Poutine Field Goal. It's also got the spiced ground certified Angus beef, smoked bacon, and pepperoni. That one sounds interesting. But yeah, we're checking out the beef right now. This one's supposed to have spiced ground beef, certified Angus beef, and sauteed onions. We nixed the sauteed onions. I think those things are disgusting. Anyhow, let's get back to splitting this open and see what we got here in the bag. Okay, yeah, it's exactly what I thought it was. Aluminum container with a plastic lid. Let's pop this off now and get a close look. Yeah, even though we asked for it without the onions, boom, shakalaka, there they are. I have to pick around those myself. Disgusting. Thought I could smell those on the ride home. So there we go. You can see those russet potatoes that they were talking about, the ground beef, and our cheese curds there looking pretty melty. This thing is burning my fingers. Still pretty hot even after the ride home. They did give us some plastic silverware. We're going to just toss those to the side. I'm going to go on this with some steel. Yeah, they really didn't hold back on those onions at all. There those are. Look at those. Ugh. Some of you are probably like drooling right now, but me? Yeah, yuck. All right, I've gone ahead and taken a moment to pick out most of those nasty sauteed onions, and there's a better look at it there. You can now see more of the cheese curds, see more of the ground beef. There are some residual onions there, but they're small. Not going to bug with those. But regardless of all that, though, look at this cheese. Look at the cheese pull going on here with these cheese curds already melted out. Wow. Get a little bit of beef on there, a little bit of beef on the hook, even some onions on the hook for you onion lovers out there. All right, down the hatch with our beef poutine from Beauty and the Beef. All right, this isn't too bad. The fries themselves, they're well done French fries, russet potatoes like they said. It's not as thick as a steak fry, yet not as thin as a fast food French fry or shoestring French fry that you'd find at like Steak and Shake or McDonald's. The ground beef that we're dealing with here, skirting very close to what you would find with, say, Sloppy Joe's, something like that. The cheese themselves, the curds, they've melted down so much that they no longer have any kind of squeak, so we'll never know if they had a squeak to begin with. Tons and tons of those sauteed onions on there, like I said. Even though I picked out most of the bigger chunks, there's tons of the smaller residual onions left here. It's absolutely impossible to pick all of them out. As I said, I ordered this without onions, so the fact that they're there, there's going to be a point missing off of the rating for that alone. There also doesn't appear to be any of the light gravy on this version at all. None to be seen, none to be tasted, none to speak of, really. Now, even though it wasn't implied in the description of this one in particular that it would have the light gravy on there, but the overall umbrella description of their poutine includes it, which kind of gives you the assumption that it's going to be there. And usually with poutine, the light gravy or the brown gravy, the chicken gravy, whatever they're using for the type of poutine that they're making, it's usually there in abundance, like dripping with this stuff. Let me dig at this a little deeper. Okay, I think I found our gravy. It's mainly drained to the bottom. It's underneath everything at this point in time. It tastes like a chicken gravy. So, okay, that's how they got it set up. The top portion of this poutine with, that makes it the beef. It almost comes across, like I said, like manwich. And then down at the bottom, we've got more of a typical poutine. French fries, curds, and gravy. Okay, so like I said, overall, it's not bad. This definitely wouldn't be my go-to, and it doesn't remind me of any of the beef poutines I've ever had before. Also, may I add, this cost $12 for the regular size here of this. I have no idea what the small cost, or if there's a bigger size, I have no idea what that would cost. Would I buy this again? Probably not. However, I feel like I've gone at their menu totally backwards. I probably should have started with a regular poutine and worked my way to this one. Like I said, a beef poutine is usually one of my favorites, so I went directly for that one. So for Beauty and the Beef and their poutine that they're calling The Beef, I gotta give this a 3 out of 5. Now, as usual on our rating scale, it's 1 to 5, 5 being the best, 1 being don't even get again. A 3 is usually pretty good. I just wouldn't buy it again, but I can still trudge through what I've been given here. So there you have it, the beef poutine from Beauty and the Beef. If you're down in Wellington, Florida, and you're looking for poutine, this is probably one of the only places around here to get it at this point in time. So definitely check it out if that looked like anything that would interest you. I'm Mr. Dirty. This is the GTM Show. Don't forget you can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at TheRealMrDirty. As always, get out of here. Go have a rotten day.